We appreciate it.
Well, that is
really
coincidental.
It's a coincidence, and on the other hand, unique. I mean, we have not gotten a TSA threw me on the ground during a drill call before.
I can remember the Red Rover, let all come over game that you played as a kid.
Yeah.
And then they would yell freeze in the middle of it. But
everybody would stop.
But I thought
But nobody got thrown to the ground if you didn't stop.
I thought you were going to either throw your back out or... I mean, I'm sitting there laughing at the position you're in, but...
well, laughing could have gotten you in trouble also.
I would get smaller...
There's no joking at the airport.
I would get smaller pants for you.
I'm not sure that's possible.
1-800-405-4222. Sad case I just read about. Just saw it.
Tell us about it.
Animal cruelty is a tough situation. The little animals, the domestic animals really can't talk to us. They can't do much about what's going on in their circumstances. But some yo-yo lady took a puppy and put it in one of those fairly big, as much as you can shove in their box, and took it to the post office and was going to mail the puppy in the box. When she got to the counter, the box broke open, and the postal people got the dog and arrested the lady for cruelty for animals.
What was she thinking?
I have no idea, but
she was going to mail it to somebody?
She was going to mail the puppy to somebody in one of those...
Somebody that she hated?
U.S. Post Office boxes where it's a certain price to put as much as you can in a box.
Oh, yeah. That's horrible.
That's horrible. You think about taking a little animal and sticking it in a box?
No, and I don't even want to think about it.
That's horrible.
No,
so to me, that's the crime of the week.
That's a good one because it's horrible. Folks, you can call us at 1-800-405-4222. That's a toll-free number. That's the number that you call in order to get in and ask us a legal question. You may do so, and we'll answer it. And if we don't know the answer, every once in a while we don't know the answer. If we don't know the answer, we will do the research necessary to find out what the answer is, and we will come back on the air and tell you the answer then. Right?
Yeah, well, we'll try. Or refer you someplace where you can get an answer. Sometimes it's good to have a little humor in some of the things we talk about because there's so much serious stuff going on. So I was sort of thinking about this situation. You're on an elevator.
Okay.
And you start smelling around, and somebody breaks wind in the elevator.
In the elevator.
And you hear it and you smell it.
Yes.
All right. Now that goes on almost every place we go.
That's why they have that alarm button.
Well, so I mean, is there? You talk about offensive conduct, okay, of people.
Was this intentional?
Is there liability for breaking wind in an elevator or breaking wind sitting next to you in a restaurant?
It could be worse.
Or
could be a submarine.
Or how about at a?
You could be at sea for 6 months with
that. How about? Now it sounds funny. I mean, it sounds humorous.
Yes, it does.
And people are, we're normal biological creatures.
Well, what damages were suffered? I'd like to know that too. Let's get past liability for a second.
Oh my goodness, what a horrible odor! I feel bad. I got to get out of here. No, and then the worst thing that happens is the elevator gets stuck between floors.
That could be.
And then the person continues it, but don't go that far.
No.
So is breaking wind a crime?
No, if it were a crime, there would be a statute saying that it's a crime.
Well,
or are we talking about some kind of assault? Did somebody go nuts and file an assault charge?
I can tell you that there's a jurisdiction now that has passed a law to make breaking wind a crime in a public place.
Is it a general intent crime or specific? I specifically intend to. Okay, on that note, on that happy note,
I thought that was quite interesting.
We're going to take a break.
A breaking wind break.
Exactly, and we're going to be back in just a little bit, and we'll be taking your calls, and that'll be a lot of fun to talk about. If you've been assaulted by such a thing in an elevator, let us know. 1-800-405-4222.
Or if you think it ought to be a crime in Southern California.
Yeah, let us know that too, and we'll go to break. We are back. Ralph here, Steve there, Legal Help Live. City TV channel 16 in Santa Monica. If you're watching in Los Angeles, that's channel 36, LA 36. You are calling us at 1-800-405-4222. And I say, let's go back to the phones.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, come on in. Who's out there, by the way? Oh, we're getting information. We need more information.
So,
and while we're waiting for information...
Let me ask you this question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
How does somebody call us when we're not live on the air?
It's right on the screen. It's the
same number?
Same number.
Okay.
Day or night.
405-4222?
Right. Day or night.
24 hours a day?
We try and answer your
7
legal
days a week?
questions. If you need help, just call. If we're not around, leave a message, and we actually get back to you.
Yes, we do.
Or
we
one
do
of
indeed.
our associates who actually knows the answers will get back to you sometime.
One of those smart guys.
So we have the First Amendment here in America.
Sometimes.
And I know we're all glued to our TV sets about what's going on in Egypt right now.
Yes.
So what would happen if there was a disturbance in, say, Montana in the United States? And
how are you going to do that? There are not enough people to gather
just
together.
Make the assumption that there is some kind of disturbance.
Okay.
And they decide, the government decides that they want to change our First Amendment rights and turn off the Internet so we can't communicate. Would that be a civil rights violation?
They're turning off the Internet because there's some communication.
Well, they just don't want us. They don't want anybody talking about what's going on.
Well, let me ask you this: do we have a right to communicate by Internet?
Why not? You got a right to communicate. It's political speech going on.
Do you have a right to communicate by Internet, though?
I would think
Well,
so.
I mean, we didn't 10 years ago. Or 20 years
Well,
ago.
it wasn't an Internet.
I understand that.
Interesting situation. Think about it. We'll take your. Okay.
Let's go back to the phones and talk to Fred. Fred, come on and talk to us.
Hey, Fred, you're on the air. People are listening, watching. Can we?
They're connecting him. Stand by. Should we stand by?
I'm standing by. Stand by. Okay.
Is there a right to